I'm going to be talking about how you can prepare for MRI. If you have an MRI, it has been put in by your doctor, and they have some reason to believe that they need a further imaging of your body to figure out what's going on. Know why you're getting an MRI. People get MRIs for different reasons. I know I got an MRI to look at images of my brain and my spinal cord, as it was suspected that I may have something neurological going on with me. With MRI imaging, it either confirms or not confirms a diagnosis, okay? When you go into an MRI, just know that there's a few health screening questions they're gonna ask you previously before you even go into that machine. And this is for safety reasons. They may say, hey, have you had surgery? If so, what type of surgery have you had? Do you have a pacemaker? Do you have a defibrillator? Now, when it comes to those few things right there, they may not be the safest being in an MRI machine, but your doctor and the team will let you know, your healthcare team will let you know what's appropriate. If you've had any surgeries, do you have any screws in your arms? Do you have any rods? Do you have any metals? Anything like that, they would want to know. And when you go into the MRI machines, if you have any piercings in your ears, on any parts of your body parts, that's going to have to be taken out, because that can really interfere with the imaging. And plus, you don't want that item to be heated up in the MRI machine, because you don't know what the reaction is going to be, okay? And what the interference is going to be. So they'll ask you, hey, do you have any piercings? I know when I had my MRI, I just had, I put my hair in like a little puff balls, but I make sure no clips was in my hair. I couldn't go in there with my glasses. My glasses have metal on them. So you don't have a glass. I did not have my mask on in the MRI machine. When I went in there, of course they ask you these questions. Hey, you sure you don't have any metal? Blah, 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 blah. They're going to ask you those questions again. And before you go into so you're going to have like a screening of pre-questions that they're going to ask you before the MRI. When you get there, they're going to give you a sheet of just things where you're checking off, hey, I have this condition, this is going on, that's going on. And they're going to make sure, again, they're going to ask you, hey, do you have any metals? Do you have anything on you? Because we don't want anything to interfere with the MRI. Do you have anything in your pockets? I know most times you're going to have a scrub on, but if not, they'll just say, hey, do you have any metal in your jeans? Do you have this? The times that I've gotten MRI with my regular clothes on, I had on a cotton t-shirt, some cotton pants. I didn't have on any jeans, anything like that. All right, so and of course I had to take off my mask. And once I took that off, they set me up on the little table. Oh, also too, they're gonna ask you if you're claustrophobic. That's very important, because if you're going to that machine and you're claustrophobic, it's gonna be a problem with those images. So sometimes for the people who need just a little bit more relaxation, they may give you something to take, some type of medicine to take to help relax you. And then they'll put you in the MRI machine and you'll go about your way. They'll sit you up like on a little thing that looks like a table. They'll make sure that you're nice and comfortable. They're placed like a elevation thing under your leg, just so you'll be more balanced. They'll get you real comfortable. They give you a blanket, okay? Forgot to mention that. They give you a blanket if you ask for one. It's very cold in the MRI machine, okay? Very, very cold. If you want a blanket, so they're gonna put that over you, and they're gonna go ahead and get those images done. And then this is what they call it, for what my experience, what they call it like a little football helmet. Okay, time to put the little football helmet on, stay still, and they'll have some headphones for you, some noise canceling headphones or earbuds for you. Put that over you, and then they'll put the little football helmet over your head so you can stay still, or on the area that they're going to do the imaging on, okay? They have like a microphone. So inside the MRI machine, they have like a microphone where they can speak to you, and they'll just give you direction on what to do. Like, okay, we're going to do this now. We're going to get this now. We're going to do this. Or we're getting ready to come in with the contrast. It'll be So it'll be a speaker in there that you can hear. And they'll also give you like a little alarm button. It looks like one of those little puffy things, the ones that I've seen, like a little squeeze ball. And they'll just put it beside your side, and you can just squeeze it anytime. Now, some people, after they get you all locked in and everything, they'll put you, the MRI machine will slide in. The best thing you can do is just relax and stay still. My first MRI, y'all, it hurt. My MRI had burned. It was stinging. But just, the radiation that's going through your body. But I had the huge lesion on my brain. I kept on doing like that. And they was like, ma'am, you got to stay still. And they told me, they came in the room. They're like, look, you're moving a little bit too much. That's fine. Just try to stay still in these set of photos. And I said, okay. So I had to grin and bear the pain. But it was a little painful for me. So try to be as still as possible, so you can go ahead and get all your images taken, so your neurologist can follow back up with you and let you know what's going on. And so my MRIs, they usually last like 40 to 45 minutes. I know my first MRI, it was about a little over an hour. That's because I was moving throughout the MRI. But over the years, I have learned to calm down. But when you're in there, just think, good, happy thoughts, be positive. Just try to relax as much as you can, all right? And what they'll do, they'll just, again, the MRI tech will just let you know, and the representatives will just let you know, hey, we're going to do this next, we're going to do that next. Now, if you're getting contrast, the MRI tech will probably let you know, hey, this is what we're about to do. We just finished up on these images. We're getting ready to put some contrast in you. Purpose of contrast in an MRI is so the radiologist who's reading your test and your neurologist and the healthcare team can have a better imaging of what's going on in your body. With the contrast, it can help see things that the regular imaging can't see. So it can identify inflammation, red blood cells, see your organs more, see different type of tumors, okay? Different things like that. So a contrast is necessary. You definitely have to be careful, and they'll ask if you have any allergies to contrast or anything like that, or if you had any problems in the past, because if so, they'll have to do something a little different. But pretty much if they come in there, the tech says, hey, it's time for the contrast, so they'll set a little IV for you. They may ask you which arm you prefer, and so they'll set that up, put the contrast in. Now, the times that I've had contrast, it felt like when it went through my body, it just felt like warm, almost as if it just felt warm, okay? And sometimes, the last few times I've had it, I haven't really felt anything, but tasted a little metal taste in my mouth. But everybody's MRI experience is different. So after they finish hooking you up, they'll put you back still again. They'll put the little alert thing by your hand, and they'll get the rest of those sets done. And that's pretty much over with. They'll let you know, hey, we're done with the imaging. We'll be in there in a sec to get you out the machine. Now, I will say the machine is going to be having some different clacking noises, okay? Clacking noises, robot type of noises. So if you're not used to having an MRI, it may be a little scary at first because you're like, what's going on? But just know that's the camera and that's the imaging components that they have to help get a really good image of whatever's going on with your body. So just know it's for your benefit. Don't be afraid of it. It's normal to hear those loud, clacking, robot type sounds. That's why they have the noise canceling headphones, or either they have the earplugs. I've had both. After the MRI, it is suggested that, of course, you drink fluid and stuff to flush all that stuff out, especially if you had contrast. Just flush it out. Again, some people have fluid restrictions, so they're not able to drink as much fluid. Whatever your doctor says, your neurologist suggests that you do after MRI, do that, okay? And just relax. Just relax after the MRI. They do suggest that you have somebody to drive you. So definitely make sure that you have a designated driver after your MRI, because you are going to need it. because your body has like been in a machine and with all the clacking and all that stuff. Mainly it's I think it's a liability thing. So if you did have a complication or something from the MRI, something was going on, then they won't be liable for it. Be like, well, we told this person to have somebody to drive them, and they may have this going on, they may have that going on, and for their safety, we asked them to do this. So y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Make sure y'all take care of yourself in that aspect. But if you have had an MRI before, let me know how it went. If you are getting your MRI for the first time, let's talk about it. I can give you some more tips. And once your neurologist gets the readings from the radiologists who have went over your imaging, they will contact you. Now, I've had my neurologist nurse to call me. I've had my neurologist call me. And I've also had my neurologist to send an e-chart message, which is a message from an electronic database from my healthcare provider. So yeah, so that's all there is to it, y'all. I hope y'all take care of yourselves. Love y'all, and I will see y'all on the next video. Bye.